I should say Islam the Way by Phil Bailey. It's March the 17th, 2019. Okay. I'm Rhonda Arrington-Bey. I'm in Annapolis, Maryland as a Hebrew Muslim. My nationality is Moorish American. And as your wife is lifetime. I am reading Matthew chapter 23. Imani Gray-Bey. He's a Hebrew Muslim. Nationality is Moorish American as well. We don't know anyone personally in Annapolis, Maryland. We try to respect all boundaries. And we find this wisdom because we as Moorish Americans have affirmed to uphold the Constitution of 1787, Abraham Lincoln's proclamations, and the 13th Amendment 20 sections. We've been naturalized to do so. But we realize being among masses of people who have the science of telepathy but have not been naturalized properly, they are vulnerable to be used as spiritual terrorists, mental terrorists, and physical terrorists. So, in that, and because we have affirmed to uphold divine laws, natural laws, it's safe for us to keep our distance because we don't want to be used as a slave to cause harm to others. We don't want to be used as a slave to cause harm to others. Because I must say this with strength, because I know there's a cleansing going on, a cleansing, and it's a wonderful thing. It's such a wonderful, and some people might use the word beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. So even though there is a lot of ugliness, there's still so much beauty because I know we are in prophecy. We are in prophecy, Islam. Okay, I'm going to start off first by reading out of our Moorish 101s. It says, because this is such, it's recognition of who I am and who many Muslims are, Hebrew Muslims are. And I'm going to start off by reading Key 24. It says, who was Jesus? He was a prophet of Allah. Now I'm going to start off reading from 17. No, 16. No, excuse me. 1 second. I'm going to read 20. Start off with 20. What do the 5 points... Oh, no, 19, excuse me. What kind of flag is the Moorish? It's a red flag with a 5-pointed green star in the center. 20. What do the 5 points represent? Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. 21. How old is our flag? It is over 10,000 years old. 22. Which is our holy day? Friday. 23. Why? Because Friday is the day on which man was formed in flesh, and it was on Friday when he departed out of flesh. 24. This is key 24. Who was Jesus? He was a prophet of Allah. 25. Where was he born? In Bethlehem of Judah, in the house of David. 26. Who were his father and mother? Joseph and Mary. 27. Will you give in brief the line genealogy through which Jesus came? Some of the great fathers through which Jesus came are Abraham, Boaz by Ruth, Jesse, King David, Solomon, Hezekiah, and Joseph by Mary. Key 28. Why did Allah send Jesus to the earth? To save the Israelites from the iron hand oppression of the pale-skinned nations of Europe, who were governing a portion of Palestine at that time. 29. How long has that been? About 2,000 years ago. Okay? Now I'm going to read the Holy Bible being made public law in this country. Okay? Public Law 97-280, October 4th, 1982. It says 97 Congress Joint Resolution authorizing and requesting the President to proclaim 1983 as the year of the Bible. Whereas the Bible, the Word of God, has made a unique contribution in shaping the United States as a distinctive and blessed nation and people. Whereas deeply held religious convictions springing from the Holy Scriptures led to the early settlement of our nation. Whereas biblical teachings inspired concepts of civil government that are contained in our Declaration of Independence and the Constitution of the United States. Whereas many of our great national leaders, among them President Washington, Jackson, Lincoln, and Wilson, paid tribute to the surpassing influence of the Bible in our country's development. As in the words of President Jackson, that the Bible is the rock on which our republic rests. Whereas the history of our nation clearly illustrates the value of voluntarily applying the teachings of the Scriptures in the lives of individuals, families, and societies. Whereas this nation now faces great challenges that would test this nation as it has never been tested before. And whereas that renewing our knowledge of and faith in God through Holy Scripture can strengthen us as a nation and a people. Now therefore be it resolved by the Senate and House of Representatives of the United States of America in Congress assembled, that the President is authorized and requested to designate 1983 as a national year of the Bible, in recognition of both the formative influence the Bible has been for our nation and our national need to study and apply the teachings of the Holy Scriptures, Islam. Okay, now I'm going to read chapter 23 of Matthew. Make sure. Yeah, chapter 23. Because that was yesterday. Yep, so I'm reading chapter 23 of Matthew. I'm going to start. It says, Then spake Jesus to the multitude and to the disciples, saying, Then spake Jesus to the multitude and to his disciples, saying, The scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. All therefore whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do. But do not ye after their works, for they say and do not. For they bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne, and lay them on men's shoulder, but they themselves would not move them with one of their fingers. But all their works they do for to be seen of men. They make broad their phylacteries. Phylacteries. I might pronounce that word wrong. And enlarge the borders of their garments. And love the uppermost rooms at feasts, and the chief sits in the synagogues, and greetings in the markets, and to be called of men, Rabbi, Rabbi. But be not ye called Rabbi, for one is your master, even Christ, and all ye are brethren. And call no man your father upon the earth, for one is your Father which is in heaven. Okay, I'm going to reread this again. It says, Then spake Jesus to the multitude and to the disciples, saying, The scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. And therefore whatsoever they bid, you observe. They observe and do. But do not ye after their works, for they say and do not. For they bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne, and lay them on men's shoulder, but they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers. But all their works they do for to be seen of men. They make broad the phylacteries, and enlarge the borders of the garments, and love the uppermost rooms at feasts, and the chief seats in the synagogues, and greetings in the markets, and to be called of men, Rabbi, Rabbi. But be not ye called Rabbi, for one is your master, even Christ, and all ye are brethren. And call no man your father upon the earth, for one is your Father which is in heaven. Neither be ye called masters, for one is your master, even Christ. But he that is greatest among you shall be your servant. And whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased, and he that shall humble himself shall be exalted. But woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye shut up the kingdom of heaven against men. For ye neither go in yourselves, neither suffer ye them that are entering to go in. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye devour widows' houses, and for a pretense make long prayer. Therefore ye shall receive the greater damnation. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye compass sea and land to make one proselyte. And when he is made, ye make him twofold more the child of hell than yourselves. Let me reread that again. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye compass sea and land to make one proselyte. And when he is made, ye make him twofold more the child of hell than yourselves. Woe unto you, ye blind guides, which say, Whosoever shall swear by the temple, it is nothing but whosoever shall swear by the gold of the temple. He is a debtor. Ye fools and blind, for whether is greater the gold or the temple that sanctify the gold? And whosoever shall swear by the altar, it is nothing but whosoever sweareth by the guilt that is upon it, he is guilty. Ye fools and blind, for whether is greater the gift or the altar that sanctify the gift? Whosoever therefore should swear by the altar swear by it, and by all things thereon. And whoso shall swear by the temple, swear by it, and by him they dwell therein. And he that shall swear by heaven, sweareth by the throne of God, and by him that sitteth thereon. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye pay tithe of mint and anise and cumin, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith. These ought ye to have done, and not to leave the other undone. Ye blind guides, which strain at a knot, and swallow a camel. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye make clean the outside of the cup and of the platter, but within they are full of extortion and excess. Thou blind Pharisees, cleanse first that which is within the cup and platter, that the outer of them may be clean also. I'm going to have to reread this. I'm going to keep reading, but I'm going to have to reread it. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye are like unto whited sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead men's bones, and of all uncleanness. Even so ye also outwardly appear righteous unto men, but within ye are full of hypocrisy and iniquity. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! Because ye build the tombs of the prophet, and garnish the sepulchres of the righteous, and say, if we had been in the days of our fathers, we would not have been partakers with them in the blood of the prophets. Wherefore ye be witnesses unto yourselves, that ye are the children of them which killed the prophets. Fill ye up then the measure of your fathers. Ye serpents, ye generation of vipers, how can ye escape the damnation of hell? Wherefore, behold, I send unto you prophets, and wise men, and scribes, and some of them ye shall kill and crucify, and some of them shall ye scourge in your synagogues, and persecute them from city to city, that upon you may come all the righteous blood shed upon the earth, from the blood of righteous Abel unto the blood of Zacharias, son of Berechias, whom ye slew between the temple and the altar. Verily I say unto you, all these things shall come upon the generation. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophets, and stone them which are sent unto thee, how often would I have gathered thy children together, even as a hen gathered her chickens under her wings, and ye would not. Behold, your house is left unto you desolate. For I say unto you, ye shall not see me henceforth, till ye shall say, blessed is he that come in the name of the Lord. Okay. I'm going to have to reread this again. Islam is March the 17th, 2019. I guess one of the things I wanted to say to Arrington-Bey in this video is it's so important for us not to hate these unclean spirits. That's all. It's human. It's human to want to retaliate and hate because they are demonstrating acts of savagery. That's human, but we're more than human as Moorish Americans, so we cannot behave as such. Islam. We're more than human. We have a human soul, but we're spirit woman and spirit men first. Islam.